EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From scenic Pebble Beach, it's live first-round coverage of the season finale, the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. Starting around at Pebble Beach, it's all about excitement, anticipation, isn't it? And this 378-yard opening hole, not overly hard, so you can sort of ease into the round. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
He's looking at 96 yards to the front, 105 to the hole. Player has to contend with this left to right breeze. This is the sand wedge, coming in just a bit further left than he wanted.
Good shot again there, well thought out. Landing the ball short, letting the ball run onto the green. And inside, I'd call that a birdie putt. So that's birdie range.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Safely in. It's a par here at the first. And he'll stay at level par. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway. Because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
No damage done after missing the first fairway, but he should like this one a little bit better here at number 2. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Just 5 feet left. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second, and he'll get into red figures at 1 under, just 2 shots back. Onto the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. This is a pretty hole, the third, 397 yards, just a gentle dogleg to the left. And you do have the option, if you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dogleg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. from the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Huge drive off the tee, now in the driver's seat, sitting in the fairway, and a chance to get it close on these small Pebble Beach greens.
This could be a good one. A little further right.
A little further up. That would have been close.
Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he'll move to 2 under par, one back of our leader. Wow, a day's worth of breathtaking shots, Frank, from the players and the Pacific Ocean. There it is, and this begins that beautiful 7-hole stretch along the ocean. Short, par 4, 4th hole.
And this is also where some of these decisions become quite critical. Do you try and drive this green 330 yards to the front? Or do you worry about that little pot bunker on that left side? It's about 250 yards to get over it, because that's what narrows this fairway down. But it plays uphill.
Really took a lot on with that drive, but this is going to wind up in the bunker. And coming off the 2 straight birdies, this will be a little tougher as the tee shot is into the bunker. Now, going to have to try and get this out and let it run. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Now a 7-footer. Now, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll stay at 2 under. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. You know, in this game, you don't just hit the shot. You have to see the shot, and that's a really good example right there. Excellent. A great opportunity here for birdie. Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. Frank, here we are, another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5/6.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right. That, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Right around 6 feet here for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And the lead is now 2 here on day 1. Well, this is the one you dreamed about, isn't it? Just a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that tiny green here at the 7th. You and your maker, there's nothing better in the world than to be playing the 7th hole and playing it well here at Pebble Beach. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. From the famous par 3 7th to the equally famous par 4 8th. Frank, what a hole.
It is, Rich, and it starts, in my opinion, the best 3 consecutive par 4s in golf. This one's a little bit of a blind tee shot. That white rock that's just up ahead, that's your line. If you hit it over the right side of that, your run out is about 250 yards. If you go a little left of that, you've got another 20 yards up your sleeve. But do not go further than that.
Frank, just the visuals on this second shot to number 8, mind-boggling.
Yeah, this is really where Pebble Beach attracts the best players in the world. Sitting on top of that hill, and you look at this green that angles away from the player on the player's right. Plus, you actually have to look at the putting surface. There's only a small area of flat surface. If you come up, anything sort of 5 or 6 yards short on that putting surface, it will come off. But also, too, you can, if you're a little bit of local knowledge, don't tell too many people, but you can use the back edge of the green, too, to roll the ball back.
Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And that's going to stretch the lead to 2 shots. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach, 483-yard par 4 9th, ocean, all down the right, and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
127 yards, that's what he's looking at down the flagstick, and the pin right at the back.
Oh, this could be good.
PJ Tour, Korn Ferry Tour, I don't care. That is a great shot.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And the scorecard's looking pretty good after 9 holes. That's a 29 6-under par. Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean, I call it the world's largest water hazard. But looking in on the other side of the fairway, and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those, because once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
And a splash of sand there. Is this ball going to wind up in the bunker off the tee? So a poor result on the tee shot. Now he'll dig in with his second to the par 4.
I'd give that an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Being in a fairway bunker and safely on the green, you never know. Might even sneak a birdie.
That was low from the start. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Second shot now from right at 100 yards.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Now this for another birdie. Nope, not enough. Needed to get that a little further out to the right. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and this will remain a 3-shot lead. First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that, that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. 21 feet from pay dirt. Hit a good putt there. Maybe didn't quite break as much as he wanted it to, and it leaks by to the right. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12, and the lead's going to remain 2. Here we are, Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect, and a good result as well. Now note his second from the fairway.
And 115 yards left to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
This one should cut pretty hard to his left. It's for birdie. That one just gonna sneak on by. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and this will stay a one-shot lead. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570-plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Frank, a chance here to get home in two, a chance maybe to do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I don't even think he was trying to hit that on the green. Look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up, because it's such a hard pitch shot, there's no point laying up. If you can get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker.
I'm not sure he got every bit of that 3-wood trying to get home to this par 5 in 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie. And that'll do just fine. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, right by the hole. The longer putts, you don't mind as much. The short ones, they tend to sting. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain at 6 under par. Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. So after a well-placed drive, this is second from short range. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. This one going to require some pace back up the hill for birdie. Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain right where he is. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes in all of golf, the march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16. Key here, carry the island bunker.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Ball appears to be sitting up here in the rough at the 16th hole. Decent lie, but you just won't be able to get it to spin. See what he can do now with this, his second shot.
That's a tough lie to come out of. Not surprising it's come up short.
Well short right there, but still in the game for a par.
Oh, that's nice. Ball landed softly. And that's why it's a good decision, really, when you think about it. Ball sitting in the rough, not too bad. You want it to land soft, so the flop shot. Good decision.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll stay right where he is. Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he's going to open up a 2-shot lead here with 1 hole remaining in his opening round. Well, here we are now at arguably the greatest finishing hole in golf. 536-yard par 5. Pacific Ocean, massive fairway bunker stretching more than 100 yards on the left, and cypress trees. Just a few of the things you need to contend with. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Now this for another birdie. Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. Our featured golfer today, Frank, you can say definitely likes this golf course. 2-shot lead after round 1.
Some golf courses, they just appeal to you. You know, the draw shots just stand out there. The flag seems to sit there. It's a little easy.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From the world-famous Pebble Beach Golf Links, live second-round coverage of the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. Our leader on this Friday is our featured golfer. He's on top by 1 entering play. Just 90 yards remaining here for his second into the par 4.
And more evidence why the Korn Ferry Tour is such a great breeding ground. The iron play like that is good enough for any PGA Tour event.
Oh, well, that is not what you want to see on the first hole. He's already thinking this better not be one of those days. Safely in. It's a par here at first. And he's going to remain at 8 under. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
Excellent second shot here at the par 5. Frank, certainly a birdie is well within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. 2 super shots, and you're right. Outside chance for 3.
Yeah, he wanted that to go a little more, but that's not too bad from there. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And coming off a 64 in yesterday's round 1, he'll move to 1 under here today. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. So he'll come at it from the left side of the fairway as he gets set now for his second shot.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Now this nota for birdie.
And these are the putts you drill when you're on the putting green before the round. This should have a good chance to go in.
Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he gets it to 2 under for his round. 11 under now for the tournament. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you refer to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right, because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
Good soft hands. That is nicely done. A 9-footer now for his birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he'll move to 11 under par. Here we are at the first par 3 at Pebble Beach. It's the 189-yard fifth. This was redesigned late last century by the great Jack Nicklaus, who has so much rich history here at Pebble Beach. Okay, that one's dancing. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Oh, no. Just appeared to be befuddled by the break there. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll stay at 11 under par. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5 6th. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. We really need a birdie right now.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. 12 feet still to go. Maybe you look to the heavens here. That didn't need much more. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. Frank, the 7th tee is almost spiritual. You just want to hit a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that green. And then you want to stare out at the Pacific just with a whole lot of gratitude.
Yeah, when I first played it, Rich, I couldn't help but be sort of in love with the beauty of the surrounds. Plus, I couldn't believe how short the hole was. And I thought, well, this is sort of, you could almost throw it on this green. And then I played it on a windy day.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And with it, the lead is back down to 1. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below. And this, not the longest hole players will encounter, so just an iron off the tee, and it works out to perfection. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Oh dear, that looks thick in there. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to remain at 10 under. Frank, you might be tempted to just stare off at the Pacific Ocean. It's right there, but you'd also better have your focus on what is one of the more challenging par 4s in the game.
Yeah, this stretch, 8, 9, 10, demands just not just concentration, but really great shots. The tee shot here has to be struck absolutely flush down that left side. And the reason why, if you look closely, is this fairway, just everything moves to the right. So if you sort of pitch it in the middle of the fairway or the right-hand side of the fairway, it's going to go on the rough and leave you a really difficult second shot. So a great drive here is rewarded. Well, that breeze is coming pretty hard from the right. Did a great job of controlling the shot against it.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
We're looking at 126 yards to get you to the front of this green, but it's 138 yards you'll need to get all the way to the hole. Pin front left so he can take dead aim.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot. Job was made harder by the second shot coming up short, but excellent use of the flop shot and a chance to escape with a par.
Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right. And if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
No, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
14 feet to the hole. Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. So that in for par to start this backside. He's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, this you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway find.
Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second. Okay, that's acceptable there. Pretty good line, very close to going in. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and the lead's going to remain 2. And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. This now for birdie at 12.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Nope. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. Here we are at Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Front right hole location as he prepares his second to the par 4.
A little further right, a little further up. That would have been close.
Sizable putt from 16 feet. Okay, not a bad read there on the left to right. It just comes up a little short. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll stay right where he is. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. That is going to be tough in there. That is into the heavy stuff.
Just a gorgeous shot. This has been a clinic today.
Easy does it there. It's a birdie at 14, and he draws 3 shots clear on this Friday. Next up, the 393-yard par 4 15th. Tee shot in the fairway gives the players an excellent shot at birdie, but be careful losing it right onto that 17-mile drive. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And this will remain a 3-shot lead. Par 4 16th hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee?
You don't need driver here for a start, Rich. It's a long iron or even a fairway wood. Now, you see that big gaping bunker in the middle of the fairway? That's not really in play. 205 yards gets over that. But that's the line. If you look closely up the right there, those two bunkers, you just see a little sliver of the bunker, the left of the two on the right. That's sort of a no-no. So anything slightly left of that runs out about sort of 280 yards, that is prime.
From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's got 135 yards to the front, 147 to the hole, pin all the way on the right.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Okay, that's good putt. It is in to save par. And he'll remain right where he is. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. The 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. Okay, a little local knowledge there. He gets that ball to work back onto the green. And now a birdie putt coming up. About 17 feet on this putt. Just needed a little bit more, but he couldn't quite get it there. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here. Just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St Andrews because of exactly where you are. But this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one. Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green in 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Yeah, that's well played. It's a birdie at 18. And that will be a score of 68 here in round 2. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this look at the future stars in the sport of golf. From breathtaking Pebble Beach golf links, third round coverage of the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. His cushion is a full 4 shots as he gets set to tee off. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
102 yards to the front, 116 to the hole, hole cut right in the middle.
This is a 9-footer. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Another good tee shot for him to start the round as he gets another fairway here at the second. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. Yeah, mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release in good shape. So now this, from 24 feet away, it's for eagle. That's a half a ball away from going in. Very well read. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And that's going to move him into red figures for the round and 13 under for the tournament. This is a pretty hole, the third. 397 yards, just a gentle dog leg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dog leg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie.
Somehow that ball went through the trees. Actually, it didn't scrub too much speed off it. It's going to be all right.
Pin tucked in the back right here as he readies his second.
Oh, pumped up there. That's a little too long and consequently going back down the hill now. Going to require some touch.
15 feet away. Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain 4 clear of the field. Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the 4th.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you refer to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. That's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
This now 7 feet for his birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he moves to 2 under for his round, 14 under for the tournament. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. From close range, this for a 2. Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. He moves to 15 under. Well, this is where the excitement starts to build early in a round at Pebble Beach. I know it's the 6th, but you're coming into possibly one of the greatest stretches in all of golf. This is a 498-yard par 5, goes up the hill, Pacific Ocean in the distance, chance to make an eagle here, and chance to feel really good about where you're headed. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Ooh.
And for a short little shot, the heavy rough certainly makes things more difficult because the rough gets between the club face and the ball. But not bad, all things considered.
He'll say he should have made that. That one finished off with seam for par, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, there are certain spots in sport that kind of steal your breath. Starters gate at the Kentucky Derby, home plate at Fenway Park, maybe top of the hill if you ski at Kitzbühel, 7th tee at Pebble Beach. Absolutely is one of those special places.
Just over 100 yards, Rich. It's the ultimate, piece of cake. Where that's what it looks like, but then you try and taste it, and you want a little more, and then you realize you've just bitten off more than you can chew.
A little too much spice on that one. That flies the green, and he'll be chipping out of the rough. Now a second to this par 3. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Nicely done as he rolls that in for his par. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. 2019 U.S. Open number 9 was the hardest hole on the golf course. Frank, give yourself certainly a good crack at 4 by hitting the fairway.
And that's all you wanted to do in 2019. It's fine to say all too, but having to hit the left side of this fairway just to keep it in play, and then once again hit into, I know we say this a lot here, but a very narrow green and a very small green, but this time with a long club.
That's right in the pocket. Now, watch this gravity take over here. That's going to come on down the slope. Wow, really well done. Now, note his second from the fairway.
He's got 142 yards to the front, 158 to the hole. Pin sitting in the back left portion of the green.
And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
10-foot putt left. Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32. Starting the backside with a 444-yard par 4 10th, the last in this stretch along Carmel Bay, offering the widest fairway at Pebble, feeding left to right toward the water. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. And that not going to work out as intended. It'll wind up coming to rest just off the green. That's just okay, I'd say, but he's left himself at least a chance at a par, Frank.
Come on, Rich. I mean, you're being too kind there. That's not ideal.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. Well read. That's in for a bogey 5. And fortunately, the lead's still a comfortable one. Full 4 shots. Now we come to the 11th hole, and now the golf course heads up and inland, away from the water. Only 370 yards, best to be on the left side of the fairway. That will then open up the approach into what is one of the smaller greens here at Pebble Beach. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second. This could be a good one.
I always looked inside that 15 feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Not a long putt, but a side hiller for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. Will certainly help the cause.
First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that is that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. Now a delicate little chip here for his second. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay at 15 under. Here we are at Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
It's right around 117 yards to the front portion of the green. 136 all the way to the hole, pin just on. Pin on the right hand side, so really looking for a fade in here if he can.
Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate three-shot par 5s left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want. That one up the right side. And that, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway.
Frank, a chance here to get home in two, a chance maybe to do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I don't even think he was trying to hit that on the green. Look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up because it's such a hard pitch shot. There's no point laying up. If you can get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash-out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker.
Four feet, all that's left for birdie. this 14th hole. That's in for birdie to 16 under par.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. From well down the fairway, this a bit of a tricky distance for his second. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. This is a 13-footer. Maybe you look to the heavens here. That didn't need much more. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he's going to remain at minus 16. Now the heart begins to race a little bit because you know you're playing one of the greatest finishing stretches in the entire sport of golf. Starting with a 16th, it's only 400 yards. If you can carry that island bunker, you can jumpstart your run to the house with a birdie 3. This one started up the right side. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
From just off the fairway, Iona, second shot coming up.
130 yards left to the flag. It's a nice round number. Now the ball's sitting on a wee bit of a downslope, nothing too tasking.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
Oh, straight into the cup. Well done. That's a birdie here at 16. He moves to 17 under par.
Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy, and they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
That's going to scoot a foot or 2 by. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll hold tight at 17 under par. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here. And then you let it rip. The wind's starting to push this one a little left. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area. Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. That will be a third straight round in the 60s. So a final look at the leaderboard, and this has just been a runaway so far. Our featured golfer miles in front with 18 left. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. From the Monterey Peninsula and Pebble Beach, the big one, live final round coverage of the Korn Ferry Tour Championship. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further.
Frank, this second shot now coming from a good position.
Yeah, but the ball is a little below the feet here because of the tilt of the fairway, and you're going uphill, and just check that you know exactly which way the wind is coming from. It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll remain at 18 under. Moving now to the 507-yard par 5 second, where decisions must be made. Go for the green in 2 and risk losing it in the barranca, or hold back and lay up. Either way, this is a place to score. Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Six feet now for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. He moves to 19 under for the tournament.
Third hole, Frank, this is a fun little par 4. Not too long, but the emphasis here is on putting the ball in the right spot, isn't it?
It certainly is. You have to know how far you carry it, because if you take a line at that sort of third bunker there on the right side, on a direct line at the left edge of that, it's about 250 yards to get to the sort of start of the fairway. From there, you're only 100 yards in, so just find your point, your aiming point. Those trees are like brick walls today. Hit that and went straight down into the rough.
So a wayward tee shot and down to Noda.
Big drive off the third tee, but ball has found this primary rough. Going to be tough to hold the green because everything that hits the surface wants to bounce forward toward the ocean.
Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. Well, this is where Pebble Beach starts to look like Pebble Beach in all its glory and magnificent beauty. It's only 333 yards. Off the tee, you can hit driver. Maybe make an eagle, knock it up on the green. We have seen guys do that. Or you can play it safe, long iron off the tee. Either way, you're thinking 3 at 4. The driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. So you see where this wound up. Just a short pitch for his second. Five feet now for birdie. Well done. That one rolled in for a birdie. He gets it to 20 under par.
So here we are, Frank, the fifth hole, the first of the 4 par 3s at Pebble Beach. It doesn't get all the love that some of the others do, but this one has the players' attention. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it certainly does, Rich. Everybody wants to take a picture, down by the 17th hole, famous par 3. Remember, Jack Nicklaus's one on, but believe me, I think this hole is every bit as tough as 17.
Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. A straightforward look here for birdie. Nope, that's one you just can't leave short. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll stay at 20 under. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5/6. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. Gonna work this up that left-hand side. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway.
Oh, that second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, Nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5.
So now eyeing this one for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And he moves to 21 under par. Moving on to the 106-yard par 3-7. One of the most beautiful holes in the world. Craggy rocks, blue skies, and the beckoning Pacific beyond. Absolutely breathtaking. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
This is a 9-footer. Oh, that is right on the precipice of going down. But I do believe it's going to stay out. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done.
Frank, as you know, of all the sports played on land, golf's the one with the best views. This is as good as it gets, but you need to focus now on what's ahead of you. This 8th hole is a real challenge, isn't it?
It certainly is. The temptation is to pull the camera out, but really it's about what club you're going to pull off this tee. There's 2 runouts on the right side, about 250 yards, left side about 270, and really that white rock is a great indicator of the line.
Yeah, this not a terribly long hole, so precision off the tee is the key, and the iron is the right call there. Second shot now, it has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub. Look here at birdie.
Yeah, this is when he's got to get just right. It's a tough putt moving back to his right.
No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. The thing about Pebble Beach is it's easy to lose focus, stare off the horizon, the Pacific Ocean, and all that beauty that surrounds you. But then you remember, all right, I'm playing the 9th hole here. This is one of the hardest par 4s in the world. Pay attention. Oh, yeah, that is a beauty. Is that going to get the slope? Yes, it will. Check this out. Woo, that's going to keep right on going. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
From the fairway nota, this is third.
One of the most difficult par fours on the entire golf course, measuring at 500 plus. You find yourself short and right, you still have a chance to save par.
Coming up short with the second shot was the issue, but a beautiful use of the flop shot and a good chance to escape with a par.
Just a tap in there for par at the 9th, and that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par.
Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean, I call it the world's largest water hazard, but looking in on the other side of the fairway and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those because, once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
All right, in the fairway.
Second shot, good look at the green.
This one has a chance to be close.
Just went a little bit too far and a little bit to the right, but still, anything inside 10 feet is excellent on this hole.
This one moving left here for birdie. Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown. So that's in for par to start this backside. And pars to the clubhouse will do nicely as this remains a giant 8-stroke cushion. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. He's got his game face on now. That's safely into the right portion of the fairway. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
A birdie putt here at the 11th.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's drawing ever closer to a 4th victory on the year. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. That one safely on the putting surface. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Yeah, that putt's fast, but it's not that fast. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And that lead already insurmountable. Going to stay at 9 shots.
Frank, the 13th hole doesn't get as much fanfare as some of the more picturesque par 4s here at Pebble Beach. Just curious, what do you think of this 13th hole?
I think it's a good hole, Rich, because it rewards you. You can certainly make 3 here. I remember when Tony Jacklin actually made an eagle here, but it's very easy to mess up. Purely because they added those 3 bunkers in on the right side that start at 260 yards and finish at just over 290 yards. What that has done to this hole is actually shrunk the fairway to just 35 yards wide.
A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
PJ Tour, Korn Ferry Tour, I don't care. That is a great shot.
4 feet now for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And the lead is now into double digits. It's an insurmountable 10-shot advantage. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear.
That had to be in the rough the whole way. One more bounce back on the fairway.
Frank, a chance here to get home in 2, a chance maybe to do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I don't even think he was trying to hit that on the green. Look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up because it's such a hard pitch shot. There's no point laying up. If you can get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. He's going to move to 23 under par. You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie. No issues here. That is into the fairway. So after that bomb of a drive, this is second to the par 4. Okay, that's acceptable there. Now this for another birdie. That had a pretty good line. Very close to going in. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par. And pars will be no problem from here on out, as this will remain a full 10-shot lead.
This is a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind. that. Not quite going to hold the green, but that'll be okay.
Well, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
So he'll tidy up there for his par, and his score will hold tight at 5 under.
If you stop for just a moment, it can really hit you where you are and what's happened here. This 17th hole at Pebble Beach, the par 3. Jack with a 1-iron that hit the flagstick in 1972 on his way to winning the U.S. Open Championship. And then a decade later, Tom Watson from just long of the green, chipping in for a birdie to beat Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, history made here at the 17th hole. Okay, safely aboard. Finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. Well, here we are now at arguably the greatest finishing hole in golf. 536-yard par 5. Pacific Ocean, massive fairway bunker stretching more than 100 yards on the left, and cypress trees. Just a few of the things you need to contend with. Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly. I'm loving this round of golf. More shots, more touch. Another great one there.
Chance now for another birdie. And that'll do it. It's the ultimate prize on the Korn Ferry Tour, a championship here at Pebble Beach. So just a terrific tournament for our featured player, Frank, and it yields a 4th career victory. That's impressive.
And we're starting to look at them through a totally different lens now, Rich. We know they're good enough. I remember Nick Price once saying he used to use the average of 5 career wins for every major championship. So they're knocking on the door.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on